Hello. Hi, I'm C. Pleasure to meet you here. I talk about lots of stuff on my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about beauty things that make me happy. Yes, I love beauty things. And at a time like this in the United States and also with the global rise in fascism and all of that, I feel like art and beauty should have needs a bit of a moment. Now, my brand on this particular day is just going to do a little light beauty things, some things that other people might like to dabble into as a distraction or just a way to build their, I don't know, build their sense of self, as it were. That would be nice. And yeah, because wow, the weather in the United States, wow, that's scary. It's cold, very much cold fronts and snapping power lines and all of those things. So that is also true. And that is happening. But here, now where I am actually, I'm in Hawaii. And I am at a friend's house. I am continually, it feels like, in the space of on my way. Yes, on my way. Um, to where you might ask? Ah, abroad. Anywhere abroad. Not anywhere abroad, but specifically for me, it was gonna be Thailand. I was like, Thailand, Thailand, Thailand. Um, but right now I'm like, well, you know what? I would like a bit more ease in the visa situation. So while I have most of my documents for the Thailand long-term visa, I want to visit quite a few places in Southeast Asia. Okay? Hello. I mean, South Korea. The men's. Oh, they're so beautiful. Like I would just like to see that in person with my own eyes. I don't believe these K-drama, K-pop things. I'm like, no way. No way, no how. Now well, the ladies, I absolutely understand they are fantastically and gorgeous. But these men, I'm like, I don't believe it. I'm like, if the men cannot possibly be as pretty as they look on like on TV. I mean, wow. I have never ever seen a man so pretty as and like the South Korean men and oh gosh. Okay. Some of the Japanese men too. Wow. Um okay, yeah, and also some of those Chinese men. Wow. Oh my. Anyway, speaking of beauty things and whatnot, Um, yeah, so I love dabbling in beauty things, and I have for many years. I used to many years ago have once upon a time, way back in the day when I was married, because it feels like way back in the day at this point. I had it used to be Pat McGrath eyeshadow lady, okay, for the girls and for the gays with the eyeshadow, fantastic eyeshadow game. And now I'm a toned down a lot on the eyeshadow. Like I'm not wearing any right now. But when I do decide to get into that again, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm still a Pat McGrath stan. Just saying. I mean, how could I not? She's amazing, amazing, darling. So yeah, That's a one suggestion. Hey, if you don't know Pat McGrath and beauty, uh, her beautiful makeup looks and her amazing eyeshadow palettes that have the best color payoff. Um, Many brands that now you know. So there you go. Please shop from the website if you can. Okay. They deliver to your area. Shop from the website. Let's see. Where else? Mm. So, and I have to think to myself. the palettes that I used to have. Now, one of my other favorite ones was, or actually, do I have it now? I do. Of the, I feel like this could also be makeup I travel with. Now, if a makeup person like travels with the makeup, that is definitely their brand that they love and everything. So I'm here to tell you, Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place. Did you hear that? Juvia's Place. It's amazing. I love the color payoff. I love that it's affordable. Hello. Okay. Oh, I should have warned you, Pat McGrath, so that you don't go over there to that website and have a sticker shock. It's pricey, darling, but it is quality, honey. Quality. Okay. So if you don't have quality coins quite yet, that's right. I said yet for you. You will have quality coins. Yeah, you might not have it now. You can have it soon. Yet you don't have it yet. All right. So if you don't have those coins yet, try Juvia's Place. Okay. Yes. Because I do like their color payoff. I don't know if you saw my other video, but in case you didn't, um, I've been watching Fumi on YouTube, Fumi Desaluvo on YouTube for years. And I remember when she first got her collab with Juvia's Place, and I was so excited for her. I was like, yes, queen. Because she's like around my age. I'm like, yes. I think she's a little bit older than me. I think. Yeah, she's definitely a little bit older than me. I don't know by how many years. But anyway, I'm in my 50s. So, that's right. I know. I'm so grateful to my ancestors and my parents. I didn't have nothing to do with most of these looks, okay? I was not cute when I was a teenager, by the way. Okay, I was cute, but I wasn't, you know. I should tell you a side story while we're talking about beauty products and all this beauty. I feel like this should be beauty and confidence. You know what? Let me tell you something. I was an ugly duckling. Okay. Now, I and now, to say um in my young adult years and everything, I lived in Michigan, okay? And I would party in Detroit. Now listen, hey, what up though, y'all? So I was used to like a special kind of like pretty aggressive, aggressive flirting with the dudes in Detroit, right? And they were always, ooh, the brothers always styling, y'all. Style, suits. I mean, booted and suited and booted, how the kids say or whatever. But men were fine. I mean, sure, with a hat, looking good from hat down to the alligator shoes. All right, looking good. But their flirting, I'm saying this, their flirting was aggressive. So I was always kind of like, you're just crazy, right? Like, I don't know what you mean. And also, like I said, in most of my teenage years, I uh, actually, the pivotal point in my teenage years, I would say, um, I spent a couple years in California. Now, back when I was a teenager in California, like this is when the skinheads are really popular with the white folks and that with everything. And so I lived in a really uh, heavily skinhead area and things like that. I don't know what my parents were thinking. Okay, just forgive them. Forgive them. I sort of kind of forgive them, but you can definitely forgive them because you didn't have to live through all this. But anyway, so as a very, okay, I used to be in the sun, okay, in the sun. And um, so I was like dark, like my shirt, very dark. I tan fantastic. As you can tell, I was dark black, just amazingly um, ooh, deep chestnut kind of color. Um, because I'm African, y'all. And like, I've been from my birth color to very dark. And so in my teenage years, very dark. And it wasn't that I wasn't cute because I was very dark. I was also not the cutest because I had a face full of braces, y'all. The smile. paid for in pain. Thank you, parents. But I had to pay for it physically. Lots of pain, baby. So yeah, face full of braces. Man, I did have acne, but it wasn't the worst case. I feel like I get more acne now being perimenopausal than I did when I was a teenager, which is rude. Okay, rude as hell. Um, but yeah, so I did have acne, face full of braces, and look, I didn't know about styling hair and all that. So usually I just had some regular braids. And so yeah, California had me just like thinking I was just ugly. And I thought that for a really long time until we went back to Michigan, where I spent where I spent most of my time growing up, right? So I feel like coming out of the California experience as a teenager and going into, my late teens, early 20s back in Michigan, them brothers, they helped with my esteem with all the aggressive flirting, but I didn't really super like think that was like terribly true. I did not have any flirting game at all. Okay. Not, not any. Yeah, I had to learn that years later, and some might argue I still don't have that. That's okay. I have now autism risk. That's what I got. Um, so yeah, and then I know you're like, this is a whole sidetrack. Tell us about the beauty stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, Tell you what happened to how I got to getting into the beauty stuff. Okay, wait a minute. I wound up being sick and tired of Michigan where I was and being with my parents or at my parents, and we went down to stay with family in Atlanta in College Park, y'all. Okay, listen. Mm-mm-mm. Now I swear, those brothers down there, oh my god, country drawl, lit. I'm just like a bit just like flustered just thinking about it. The the many times that I almost got my panties just talked straight off, just out of just some really good looking black dude, just tall and dark and in the accent. And I would just that's what it was. For me, I was like, swoon worthy. Swoon worthy. And so the way they talk, I mean, just smooth. The compliments smooth. I mean, like honey butter or just smooth over like a nice piece of bread, just smooth and whipped and beautiful, colorful language of the compliments. Yeah. And so it was there that I didn't listen. If you're a black woman, or you queer, or you know what, if you're just a black person, you need to go to Atlanta. I don't know if Atlanta's still like this. This was very many years ago that I went, but let me tell you something. People do amazing things, just amazing things for your confidence. Like I came back from Atlanta knowing I was fine. Y'all can tell me nothing. And then on top of that, I got to see the most beautiful, beautiful black women I had ever seen in my life. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get twisted. The the ladies in Detroit, they was flying. They look hair fried dye laid to the side kind of thing. Um, I feel like, mm, mm, mm. But Atlanta, it has bit, like I can't even say they have more style, just different style, a different air about them. And when again, and some of the ladies, they had the accent too. Oh my god, it was really then that I knew that I was into women. I was like, matter of fact, yeah, I had one of my first. High school was the first crush, but like I said, it was then that I really knew. I was like, before I was like, I think I kind of like girls, but when I can't. Oh, when I was spending time in Atlanta, when I came back from Atlanta, I was like, oh, I fully love women. I like, mm-hmm. Like now, I mean, just to look and just amazing. But I was like, I could get wifed up. Somebody could wife me up. Absolutely. Would not be mad about it at all. The women were, and I mean, still are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Again, and the accent too. Oh, smooth. But anyway, so yeah, that is how it came to be that I really got into like the beauty thing. I was like, okay, wow, if these women can look so gorgeous and like they, and there's many different kinds of women, right? There's like from the gay women who are just like lesbian who look more masculine. I was like, ooh, I was like, okay, I'm like that's a look, that's a strong look. I was like, at the time, I was like, oh, I don't think I can pull that off. But yeah, I did notice. I was like, okay, the very many ways being of, of being in a female body, and I was like, oh wow. And so of the we call them high femme ladies with they had lip colors I'd never seen before. I mean, they were doing makeup. It was just like it looked so together, but also really natural. And I was like, how? Like, I need to know this because it was just, I was in awe. This is awe. I swear, I went down there and I kind of like went to Atlanta and just like lost my mind. I'd never seen so much bleedy blackness and beauty and just amazing things just going on. Just so it was fantastic. So yes, there's how I got my my real introduction into knowing that I was like, oh, this beauty thing. I'm like, tell me more. And so I say that to say that I feel like that it's definitely one of those areas of life that I love exploring in, and namely because it's not just beauty. I also consider it art, and because especially nowadays, like y'all know, like there are some makeup looks that are so intricate, just so beautifully intricate. I mean, you just look at some of these women with the cat eye eyeliner and like the perfectly blended eyeshadow. It, to me, that's art. I mean, they are working art. They're putting art on, either their face that I'm watching or a client's face, and I'm like, I need to. That's my, and that's why for me, that's why I consider it art. Um, and I think about the various times in my life where I was the most happiest. Right, it's definitely painting my face or painting some other people's faces actually, because I was a makeup artist, not the main makeup artist, but I helped a friend on two fashion shows. Where was this? I feel like it was in California, much later, and much later to the time in Atlanta. Um, but yeah, she showed me how to do like the couple of looks that were going to be on different models that night, and all I did was have to copy it. And I was like, oh, this is easy. I was like, but I loved it. I loved being a makeup artist backstage, working on the models, um, doing their faces and stuff like that. It was so fun. I love that. And what's interesting? Even before that, in Detroit, I did a couple hair shows, um, and as a model, actually. And that was wild. That was fun. I remember one time I had my hair, it was orange, like literally like hot, what do you call it? Highlighter orange. It was a French roll to the front, and it was just wild. I had pin curls on the side and a pin curl in the back. It was amazing. And I was even in the magazine. It was way back in the day. When I was 19, maybe something like that. But anyway, amazing and fun. So I say that to say I really loved beauty and art and fashion and hair for a really long time. Yeah, since I was a teenager. And so that definitely goes into things I consider fun. Um, and so in that fun, I could definitely say And with beauty, we're gonna talk, yes, and hair, natural hair, like my hair. Today's a wig, but like underneath, I'm like growing out my natural hair. So it's like here when I stretch it, about here. Um, and before so I had locks for very many years, like how many lines? As long as 15 years or something like that. And so I had butt length locks because like I had kids kids to take care of. I wasn't trying to do my hair like not at all. I was like, what's the most easy hair that I can do that looks amazing? Locks. Okay, I looked amazing. Oh my god, I love my locks because they were like butt length. I mean, it got to the point where I had to keep cutting them like 4 and 5 inches at a time because they just got like too heavy after washing. It'd be like, oh my god, my neck was like super heavy. But anyway, so I love hair. And so now, like, I love wearing wigs because I can do all of the colors and styles and things, and I don't have to do them to my hair. And also, wigs have come such a long way from back in the day. Now I can tell you right now. The wigs that I'm loving because I saw a YouTuber talking about this company. It's called Icy Hair. And if I can find, gosh, I will put a link in the description. I don't have an affiliate link, I don't think. Probably don't. But if I do one day, I will put it in the description or just a link in the description so you can at least go to their website and check out their wigs. But they have very many styles. Ooh, and they have a gray wig that I'm thinking about getting. It's a bob and it's salt and pepper. It's more salt than it is pepper, but it's like it's giving. It was giving auntie like. And actually, no. I mean, fly ass grand vibes. Is that a thing? Fly grandma. I mean, I'm not a grandma that I know of yet. So, but the wig just giving me like fly bob, gray bob, amazing. Icy hair. They have the bob. This is my next one I'm gonna purchase. So if y'all see me like rocking a gray bob, nope, that's not my hair either. But I'm gonna love playing with it because I mean, hey, I'm amazing. So yes, there you go. Icy hair. Um, and oh, so now here's the thing that I was kind of sad about. Um, but everybody loves Fenty, right? Ooh, Fenty, girl, Fenty, Fenty. I never found my exact match. I was so sad. This is when they like first launched. Now, have I even like gone back through all of the different colors? Now they probably have like more neutrals now. I hope. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. But yeah, but I do love the Fenty red that I've been wearing, which is mm, oh, if I can tell you what I have on, because I was like, oh, do I even remember what red it is? No, I don't remember what unveiled. Unveiled. That's my red that I wear. Recently, like in the past few videos, and if it wasn't that, then it was a color that I got from Mented. And I know you're supposed to throw your lipstick away or whatever, a certain period of time, but I don't care. It was the best red that ever looked the most amazing on me. It was a color by Mented called Red Rover, and it's not a thing anymore, and I'm so sorry for it because it was my perfect red. But other than that, this one is oh no, I don't remember the name. I'm looking over there because my makeup and things over there. I want to say red is uncensored. I think the one I'm wearing is unveiled, and this one's like the purple undertone's like the same as my natural lip color, only not two tone. So when I'm not wanting to rock my two tone lips, then I want to be all one cohesive color. Then I wear this one because same color as the outside. Like, yeah, I have purple lips. That's how I know. I was like, oh yeah. You would have thought that I would have figured out that I was a neutral undertone way earlier, but no, I'd let those makeup ladies like talk me into that I was golden. Well, I am not golden. Y'all, like, no, no. Like the no, I'm closer to neutral, uh, actual neutral, than I am to golden. Anyway, so that's that. And speaking of beauty and things like that, have y'all seen the color test that they do in Korea? I believe it is. The lady that does all the swatches of your best colors and things like that. Well, before that was a thing, I actually did that for myself, um, because I found it in, I think it was in my Kibbe era. Now, here's the thing for you, in case if you don't know, now you're gonna. There's a fashion system or a clothing system, but it's called Kibbe, Kibbe, and they tell you like what your face and body structure, excuse me, what your face and body structure are, so that you can like wear your best look as far as clothes, right? And so I was like, this is when I was, on a quest to find what I what I what looked best, right? This is before, and yes, I know, fashion, beauty, things like that are subjective, right? But what I found is that, with the Kibbe system, um, what my what would look like best on me. Now, for me, I'm a dramatic classic, and so I guess, but also it changed, right? Because my facial structure changed like after I was like 42. Yeah, y'all. Oh, also it's gotten dark. Ooh, mysterious. Um, change that in post. But anyway, yeah, after I was 42, like I actually got cheekbones. I was like, oh snap! I was like, who this? Cheekbones. I was like, oh shit! Now you really can't tell me nothing. Come on, cheekbones. So that tickled me pink after but at 42 years, after 42 years, I was like, oh my, now I'm gonna get fined for real. So yeah, I had to figure out like what to do with this new face and my new body and everything, because I was like super slim, and I just the whole thing. So like, oh, you are a dramatic classic. For dramatic classics, you're to what is it to I think sharp angles and asymmetrics look good on me. And actually, for my face shape is generally an oval, cheekbones. Thanks, mom and dad. And everything. I can rock straight styles that are blunt, but also note this: the Kibbe system does not account for us, our beautiful African American hair in its natural state. So I'm like, they need to update the Kibbe system, because they forgot that the black beauty standard is different, darling. We rock it differently and beautifully. So I would have loved to see Kibbe system with some of the African styles that people wear, with the hair threading, with the balls with the hair puffs at the end. Listen, if I, you know what? That might be a style I might try to rock. Is the hair threading with the little puff balls at the end. Now I don't know if that's the tribe that I'm from that rocks that particular style, because yes, in case y'all don't know, but I think most of y'all that watch me probably black. Now y'all know certain areas are specific, certain hairstyles are specific to certain areas. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if that particular style, I think it's Mandinka, is of the tribe where I'm from. But yeah, I hope it is. Even if it's not, it's African. I just feel like, it's from. But no, I'm actually Nigerian and Kenyan, the part that I'm African. So there you go. I'm also South Asian. So go figure. All sorts. I got ancestors from everywhere, all around the world. Come to find. Thank you. What are those? What do you call them? Oh my gosh, the word is escaping me. Genetics tests and things like that. Yeah, because like two of my grandfathers were, one was a definite question mark, and my other grandfather, he never talked about his parents, or I just didn't know like who they were, couldn't find them. Um, and yeah, so I have very many interesting ancestry, and it's so man, you want to talk about it? This is total sidebar. But we're talking about beauty, and I'm just thinking my ancestors and all that for for how I look now, and I'm pleased with it. And well, we're not going to get into the specifics of maybe how some of my ancestors got to be my ancestors, but I'm glad to be here. So there's that. But yeah, I was talking about hair, and so that's how I got it. Um, talking about hair in the Kibbe system and things like that. But Kibbe does have to do a lot about clothes, more so clothes than I found than hairstyles and things like that. Because for a dramatic classic, it's not but really like three styles: a kind of bob, and because dramatic classic features are more sharp, then they have a sharp cut, hence a bob, or a really we call this slick back ponytail, or a bun. And it was interesting that even when I was locked, I did wind up wearing my hair in a big giant, like you can't even see like the top of my front, but I'm gonna go like my actual bun with my locks being as long as they were my bun's a good 7 inches tall. So yeah, I wound up wearing a bun a lot because tail because butt length locks are a lot. They just are. So yeah, that's another beauty thing, the Kibbe system. So if you love that kind of thing, you love fashion, you want to know what your look might be, and you're looking for to explore a new look, I would definitely say try looking up the Kibbe system. I I definitely like it a lot, and I think, oh my gosh, oh, 32 minutes. Thank you for hanging in with me. You learned about Kibbe if you didn't already know. You're welcome. You're going to have so much fun looking that up. Go get you a wig for some fun, honey. Don't be out here dyeing your hair and causing your actual natural hair to be dry and horrible. Get a wig, it's easier. You can experiment on that. Play with some makeup. It'll lift your spirits, I promise. I promise. So yeah, that's the fun and beauty thing that I had planned yet for yesterday, but wound up being for today. So there you go. I love you. Take care. Have fun. Drink water. Mind your business. All right. Aloha.